Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is 99 Orga here, and I am back with another Godzilla Battle Line gameplay and commentary. Got an awesome video for you guys today, showcasing Skar King and Kiryu Heavy Arms type on the same team, doing an amazing thing against the meta. We'll talk about it very soon. Before we talk about why this synergy and why this works out and why it's fun and why it's different, I gotta thank you guys for 750 subscribers. We're almost at, we're at like 780 something now. You guys are just amazing. I can't even keep up. You guys are the best, and I got some awesome videos coming out very soon. I really appreciate all you guys. We're gonna hit 800 pretty soon, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. But just stay tuned for the best Godzilla Battle Line content that I could possibly create. You guys are the best. I really appreciate it. Can't even thank you guys enough for this. This is amazing. So let's talk about what I want to do. And I want to talk about Skar King. I want to talk about Kiryu Hat. Now, the reason why I came up with this deck was obviously the meta was annoying, and it was just like, what is going on? You know, I'm just tired of seeing the same old. And I just, it brushed upon me when I was talking to Owen Baragon. I was like, you know, I know Skar King does more damage to units that are 5 cost or less. And Owen Baragon informed me that Kiryu does more damage no matter what on the battlefield if there is a 7 cost or higher on the battlefield. And I was like, wait a minute, everyone's using Desigador, everyone's using Godzilla Evolved, everyone's using TYD, Thousand Year Dragon. So I was like, you know, why not run both of these units as like my high cost units, the 6 cost, and let's do it. So more in depth, Skar King does 35% more damage to enemy units with a cost of 5 or less. And then Kiryu Heavy Arms type does 30% when there is an enemy on the battlefield with a 7 cost or higher. So Kiryu doesn't have to be attacking a 7 cost unit to do the damage boost. It just so happens that if there's a 7 cost or higher unit on the battlefield, he could be attacking the Shindid. I don't know. It could be attacking Gigano 4. No matter what happens, he's doing more damage depending on if there's a 7 cost on the battlefield. That's amazing. Now, I like to pair this up with Biollante as a leader. Now, I was running GMK for a leader for a pretty long time. We're talking like over 2 seasons pretty much. But I decided to make the switch because my deck, the way it is, every unit, if you guys don't know, Biollante does a damage boost to units that are 20% damage boost to units that are 60 reach or more. Well, lucky for me, everything in my deck except Gigano 4 gets a damage boost, which I think is perfect. Gigano 4 does not need a damage boost because, as you can see on the screen, the way he moves in water is so fast, that's just going to overwhelm the opponent anyway. So there's a lot of synergy with this deck. As you know, I still got the core 3 with, you know, the big 3, Biollante, Wakasa, Orga, and Gigano 4. And we're also going to be playing on Hollow Earth, as you can see here. Hollow Earth showcase how good this deck really is. You don't really need the water boost with this deck. You just need that damage boost. But yeah, we still got the main 3, the big 3. And then we got to support with Mogera, giving that, you know, that defense up. And Megalon, who just got a buff, doing great. Now, you could substitute. You don't have to run Megalon. You don't have to run Mogera. What I like to do is sometimes I switch it up. I'll run the Jet Jaguar because they got the buff. Or I'll run Gyron. Gyron is perfect for this deck. You can low-key. If you have a high-level Gyron, I recommend it over Megalon, to be honest. But right now, my Gyron's level 5. And I was having success with it. I was just testing it out. It's just that it's too squishy. It's just getting destroyed. As you can see here, you got to see this guy's using a very meta deck, destroy a leader. So I believe this deck right here is perfect against the meta. It's something that no one is really doing. And now probably people are going to be doing it because I'm talking about it. But I have yet to see someone run Kiryu, Cat, and Skar King, knowing that the fact that 5 costs or less are covered and 7 costs or more are covered, just not the 6 cost. And that's fine. I'd rather have that than anything else. But other than that, we got some flawless gameplay of this deck. And I wanted to touch on the summit that's going to be coming out very soon. Godzilla Battle Line announced on Twitter they're going to be doing a summit. And we're already getting speculation that it's going to be My Hero Academia. Or it could be Kaiju number 8. We don't really know. But based off of September in Godzilla Battle Line over the last 2 years, there's been nothing but collabs. September 2022, we had the Zeton season. September 2023, we had the Gamer season. And we're getting a summit in August for the September season. So it's looking like we're probably going to be getting another collaboration. and I think it's the two that I mentioned, one of the two at least. And I'm going to go with My Hero Academia, definitely looking like the possible favorite for that. And I have no idea anything about that anime or whatever it is. I really don't know anything about it. So it's going to be interesting to see, even if it's worth playing that season. They're going to probably do something to make the units somewhat cool or whatever. I don't even know anything about it. But we're going to have to see when the summit happens. I'm not sure when it is. I think it's maybe the 28th or the 27th, something like that. Basically towards the end of this season. And what are you guys' thoughts on this season? I feel like this season has been very mundane. You know, I've been in and out of the top 100, not playing too much. I believe I had more trophies around this time last season with the Gamer season and stuff like that. So I don't really know how I feel about this season. Godzilla the Ride has definitely grown on me as a unit. I think it's definitely better as a unit now. I thought it was better as a leader. It's probably better as a unit now than I think about it. And the Ghidorah is just a disaster. I think the Ghidorah is just... It never lived up to the hype for me, and I don't think it's viable anymore. Unfortunately, I think that the Godzilla is definitely way better. But other than that, we're not really seeing these units too much. Only when that Ginza strategy is happening. And if you guys saw my short, you guys know that that is a really fun strategy. What's funny is I actually ran into it a couple times while I was doing some daily challenges. And my daily challenge was actually Mothra, Rainbow Mothra fragments. And I was like, I'm not even worried. All I gotta do is put Rainbow Mothra down. So it's interesting. You never know what you're gonna get, you know, playing against people. So you gotta make sure you have the right strategy for the right opponent. And that's really hard to do sometimes. Especially if someone's running Rainbow Mothra, it kind of can throw everything off. Especially against the Kiryu leader users. And of course, the Destroyer users are the worst. Just playing. This guy is putting up a good fight against me. And it's getting a little hectic, as you can see, over time. You know, everything's getting a lot closer. So that variable slicer could be very dangerous. Fortunately, he hasn't really touched me yet at all. But he might soon, because in overtime, things get a little hectic. As you can see, that is a perfect stun from Skar King, as we're actually going to take out this guy. Wow. That was awesome. That's the power of this deck right there. Megalon really is amazing now, guys. Next and last fight is against Nebula. Nebula, great player. He recently became very good at the game. I don't know if he invested money into the game or if he just started grinding really hard. I'm going to go with the former and say that he definitely put money into the game. But it's all good. He has a pretty good deck against me in this video. And I wanted to showcase Hollow Earth to show that this deck obviously could work on this map. 1 and 2. Hollow Earth is where the tryhards come out, guys. We're talking Destroy a Leader. Space Godzilla Leader is amazing on this map because the way the crystals are on this map, units can just literally glitch out basically and just not know what to do. So this is a perfect way to showcase how good this deck really is. Now you could run DT with this deck. Now that I'm looking at Fire Rodan being in this deck, you know, if you're not feeling Gigan, if you're not feeling Mogera, if you're not feeling Orga, which nobody does. I mean, I don't see Orga. I play about 200 games. I'll see Orga maybe 5 or 6 times, and it's okay. I get it. He isn't the best unit in the game for people. People don't know how to use him. It's all right. But I do think if you wanted to take out Orga or whatever in this deck and put DT in, just make the deck more deadly, because the thing with, you know, Kiryu is he has a good reach. It's 65. It's nothing special. But a lot of the units he's countering that are 7 cost or higher have incredible reach. So if they really, Toho really wanted to like give this unit a little buff, just give it a little bit range, maybe 70, 75. Because I feel like, you know, you want Ghidorah to you know, not get that first hit, right? Because the range is incredible on Ghidorah now. So DT could help that. Also, another thing that can help is if you're on a water map, putting Kiryu Kai in the water and popping Biolante's boost will give him a little bit of a speed boost, which can help as well. As you can see, already 2 minutes into the fight, I have a great advantage. Kiryu switches to the drill, and you guys know the drill is very deadly. And if it's on a ground unit and there's a flying unit above that, the flying unit's actually going to get hit. As you can see, Fire Dan lost some health because of that, which I think is pretty cool. If you have Biollante Wakasa Bay, obviously, which I have on this team, with the Kiryu hat, and it puts you into a low flying state, he won't have to just accidentally hit the flying. He will target that flying unit and take it out as well. So definitely a cool, again, another cool part of this deck that is synergy with Violante, with about everything that I got going on. And he does have Megalon on this team, so I have to watch out for when Wakasabe Violante gets down the field, and if she dies and I got, you know, a nice pool of health, he can just put that down. He also has a level 30 Ghidorah, which is scary, but as you can see here, look what Kiryu Kai is doing on the ground. Not that much right there. I believe this is when Kiryu Kai for me was level 11. So I actually was struggling to get levels on it. I didn't have the GMATs, but now I actually just made it to level 15. So this gameplay is a little bit older. Just got Kiryu Kai to level 15, and let me tell you, level 15 right now, guys, is the new level 20, level 25 for the original 4-star units. A lot of units become very, very good at level 15. -1, for example. Just a lot of great units. Skar King and Kiryu Hat for me are now level 15, and they are amazing. So I recommend, if you can, guys, you want to really use a 4-star that you like, get it to level 15 at least. And the good thing about that is it only costs 14 GMATs to get there. So it's I think it's very feasible. I think it's very possible to do. And this gameplay is getting a little hectic. As you can see, he has pretty good units on the field. But I'm going to pop the ability. No, I'm not. Why didn't I? Oh, because the overtime is going on, and you know how it is. Sometimes when the units are moving forward, you can't use the ability. My Kiryu Hat dies right here. I'm going to drop my Megalon. It's getting a little hectic. He got a lot of health back, so that's why he's been keeping himself in the fight. I like that Skar King can just yank Fire Dan out of the way. Gigan 04 in the front, and we're just going to hopefully take this out. And see, look, that Psychic Chorus, that's when Megalon is very useful to have right there, because he's just putting up an incredible fight right here. I got Orga on top, providing me with up in the air coverage. Megalon comes down, apply that defense down as soon as possible. I'm trying to get Gigan 04. I'm trying to get something down on the ground just so I can focus on the leader, because Gigan 04 can't target the air unless Wakasabe Violante is on the field. And I'm going to take him out, hopefully, eventually, very soon. Orga's right in front, and Orga gets me the win. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.